Section 4.5.9, the Fifth Amendment and Miranda. Hello, I'm Dr. Adam McKee. Today, we'll explore the Fifth Amendment of the United States Constitution, which provides crucial protections for individuals accused of crimes, including the right to remain silent and the right to counsel. This amendment is fundamental in shaping police interrogations and safeguarding against self-incrimination. The phrase, plead the fifth, is widely recognized in American culture. It refers to an individual's right to refuse to answer questions during a police interrogation that might incriminate them. This protection was crucial in curbing the historical misuse of police authority, where coercive tactics often led to false confessions. The landmark 1936 Supreme Court case, Brown v. Mississippi, exemplifies the transition away from such practices by ruling against the use of physical and psychological coercion. The right against self-incrimination primarily applies to testimonial evidence, meaning suspects cannot be compelled to testify against themselves. However, this does not extend to physical evidence such as fingerprints or DNA, which can still be collected by law enforcement. It's also important to recognize that individuals can voluntarily waive this right, allowing police to conduct effective interrogations when a suspect chooses to speak. Integral to the Fifth Amendment is the right to legal counsel during interrogations. This was solidified in the 1964 Escobedo v. Illinois case, where the Supreme Court ruled that the right to counsel becomes active once the interrogation shifts from a general inquiry into an accusatory procedure targeting the suspect. This ensures that suspects have access to legal advice, helping them navigate complex legal waters and protect their rights. The Miranda v. Arizona case in 1966 further enhanced these protections by requiring that suspects be informed of their rights before any custodial interrogation begins. Known as Miranda warnings, these include the right to remain silent, the understanding that anything said can and will be used against them in a court of law, the right to an attorney, and the assurance that if they cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided. Suspects can waive these rights, but the protection to reassert them at any time remains. Despite the safeguards Miranda warnings provide, there are exceptions. For instance, the public safety exception established in New York v. Quarles, 1984, allows police to question a suspect without Miranda warnings if there is an immediate risk to public safety. Additionally, the inevitable discovery doctrine from Nix v. Williams, 1984, posits that evidence otherwise excluded under the exclusionary rule can be admitted if it would have been inevitably discovered by legal means. Miranda rights are not always required. For routine stops or voluntary interactions with police where a person is not in custody, Miranda warnings are not necessary. Similarly, if a person volunteers information without any solicitation or coercion from law enforcement, Miranda warnings do not apply. While some criticize Miranda rights as hindrances to effective law enforcement, they are regarded by many as fundamental to maintaining the constitutional balance between state power and individual rights. These protections help prevent abuses and ensure that confessions are genuinely voluntary and reliable. The Fifth Amendment and the protections it offers through the right to remain silent and the right to counsel are cornerstones of American criminal law and civil rights. They ensure that the justice system functions not only effectively but also fairly, respecting individual rights and maintaining public trust in legal processes. Thank you for joining me to discuss the vital protections of the Fifth Amendment. If you found this video enlightening, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. How do you think these rights impact the relationship between law enforcement and community? This has been the Fifth Amendment and Miranda with Dr. Adam McKee. Continue to engage and seek understanding as we navigate the complexities of law, privacy, and policing practices.